Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about the types of magnetism. The first we have magnetic moment. Magnetic moment is present in all the magnetic materials. It is similar to a tiny bar magnet like this. We have various types of magnetism. First is paramagnetism, then we have ferromagnetism, then we have antiferromagnetism, then we have ferrimagnetism, and the last we have diamagnetism. So let's discuss each one of them. First we have paramagnetism. In the paramagnetic material, the magnetic moments are randomly oriented. We can see this is the random orientation of the magnetic moment, and this random orientation is due to the thermal fluctuation. Okay, and there is no magnetic field. In the absence of magnetic field, these random orientations are there in the paramagnetic material. Okay, when the magnetic field will be applied, then these moments will align parallel to the magnetic field such that the magnetization of the paramagnetic material is proportional to the applied field. So when the magnetic field will be applied, all will orient in a same direction like this. Okay, so the random orientation will be disturbed in the presence of magnetic field. Okay, and the magnetization will be more if the magnetic field, external magnetic field, is strong. Now they have unpaired electron. Yes, the paramagnetic material should have unpaired electron in them. Examples are aluminium, oxygen, titanium, iron 2 oxide, that is FeO. These all are having unpaired electron in them. Again, they do not retain any magnetization in absence of externally applied magnetic field. In absence of externally applied magnetic field, they do not have any magnetization. They will be magnetic, there will be magnetization only in presence of external applied magnetic field. That we need to remember. Next we have ferromagnetism. In the ferromagnetism, the magnetic moments have tendency to become aligned parallel to each other under the influence of a magnetic field. You can see this is the magnetic moment. However, unlike the moments in the paramagnetic material, these moments will then remain parallel when magnetic field is not applied. If you remove the external magnetic field, then also it will be aligned parallel. Okay, but in the case of paramagnetism, again it will become randomly oriented in absence of magnetic field. So they form permanent magnet because in absence of magnetic field also they will be oriented in this manner, that is the parallel orientation will be there. If you just remove the external magnetic field, it will remain as parallel. Examples are iron, cobalt, nickel, gadolinium, and chromium 4 oxide, that is CrO2. These are the examples of ferromagnetic material that is very important. They are used in electromagnets, electric motor, generator, transformers, and magnetic storage devices. One temperature we have is the Curie temperature. Basically, the Curie temperature is the temperature above which a ferromagnetic material can become paramagnetic. Okay, so above the Curie temperature, when you heat the ferromagnetic material, it will become paramagnetic. Okay, and the Curie temperature is maximum for cobalt. It is 1388 Kelvin. Next we have antiferromagnetism. Okay, in the antiferromagnetism, the adjacent magnetic moments tend to align anti-parallel to each other without an applied magnetic field. So you can see these are anti-parallel. Okay, and they will cancel each other. So we can say overall there will be no magnetization. Overall no magnetization will be there because both you can see the adjacent magnetic moments are anti-parallel to each other. So each of them will cancel each other. And the example is MnO and NiO, that is the manganese oxide and nickel oxide. Next we have ferrimagnetism. In this case, the aligned magnetic moments are not of same size. It is of different size. We can see this is of different size and this size is different from this. Okay, and this is again parallel, anti-parallel. But the problem is what? Their magnitude will not be same because their sizes are different. So there will be some sort of magnetic moment associated with that. Overall magnetization will be there. Okay, because both are not of same size or equal in magnitude, so there will be, on cancellations, there will be some magnetic moments associated with the ferrimagnetic material. Example says the magnetite, that is Fe3O4, and magnesium ferrite, that is MgFe2O4. These are the popular example of ferrimagnetism, ferrimagnetic material. Now, when we heat the ferrimagnetic material, that we need to remember, then it converts to paramagnetic material. So on heating ferrimagnetic, it converts to paramagnetic. Okay. So we can say that both the magnetic moments are not of same size. Okay. So overall they will not cancel each other. So they will give a little positive contribution to the overall magnetization. Coming to the next, the last we have the diamagnetism. Diamagnetic materials will have all the electrons paired in them. Okay, they are weakly repelled by the magnetic field. Okay, they are repelled by the magnet, so they are weakly repelled by the magnetic field, and all the electron in them will be paired. For example, we have water, nitrogen gas, NaCl, and benzene. These molecules have no unpaired electron in them, and all the electrons are paired. So this is diamagnetic. It will be weakly repelled by the magnetic field. So that's all about the different magnetic properties of the material. Thank you.